Okay, this is the last shot I'm showing you of my little backyard, little farm, so to speak. And that's a blackberry. Look at that. This cold weather is definitely hit it hard, but it's doing good. And then right here you got the chewed up seed farm, which I call it that. That's all it's going to do is produce me seeds. I got some. And look at the collard greens and the kale. Well, the kale is still, you could actually clip that and eat it. And you can look at this here. This is going to be just seeds. All I'm growing this for is seeds. And remember to empty out those water jugs, because these will bust when it gets real cold. So I got the faucets open, those two there, and also have them emptied out, and so it won't fill up. This is my cherry tree. This is one of my new additions, and this here is a tortellini, and I guess about a year old. You know, I guess about a year old. I don't let my cherry trees get out of control, but this is one of them. And over here, this little teeny tree here, this is a I think this is a I want to say it's a Dutchess pear, but I'm just interested in how the color, the leaves changed on it, because they were green. Oh yeah, that's right, it is winter. But and then we got this here, my pride and joy. It produced it really well this year. This is a Hale Haven peach tree, and you can see what I did. I really cut this tree back real hard this year. I mean, because it got at least about 15 feet tall, and this is supposed to be a dwarf. And so when they tell you those dwarfs stay small, they don't all stay small. They just don't, depending on the rootstock and the soil that it's in. And so I had to cut all this back. But it still has some productive branches on there from this year. So I get some peaches, but I sacrificed the fruit because I needed to keep this tree in check. And so, you know, that's how it is. So this right here, now this one here is another peach tree. This is a Georgia, and you can see it's cut in a V as well. And this is very young. I doubt if it produced anything this year. It's just a young tree. I think it's about 2 years old. Maybe, no, yeah, it might be 2 years old. Yeah, it might be 2 years old. And here we have another peach tree. And this one here is Hale Haven, like the one we just looked at in the beginning. And this one here, all of wood's been cut back. This is about 2 years old as well. And like I said, these trees, I mean, they do get a good size to them. You got to watch them, how you plant them. And these trees here are about 2 feet apart. And that's fine for me. I know exactly what I'm doing. I want them to be dwarfed by the fact that there's another tree there. And you know, I don't want them to get too out of control. This one here is a, what is this? This is another Georgia. I just wanted that tree to be part of my collection here. And then we come over here. This one here is another cherry tree. And this one is a Bing. This is a Bing right here. I can tell by the bark. And I remember what I planted here. It's a Bing. So we got that. That's a cherry tree. And then over here, and this one here was growing like crazy this year. I had to cut it back so hard. I was concerned about it. But no, I'm not. These trees deserve to be cut back sometime. And you see these little buds here. I might get some fruit on it this year, and if I do, this will be the first year it produced. But I cut it. This thing here got so big, I mean, and out of control. I had to cut. You see, I had to cut branches off, and more branches here, and branches there, and there were branches all up here. They were just all over the place. I said, yeah, keep that tree in check. All right, and y'all know I put these boards there. I put those there to hold back on the blackberry that I don't want anymore, so I starved it out with oxygen. Now this here is another peach tree. This is Alberta. Now this is one of my favorite peach trees. I'm gonna try to get another one because I really like that tree. And I started over here. You can see down there, if you look really well, that's another blackberry, real sweet one. I think it's called a Navajo. It's a really sweet one. And then right next to it, there's a couple of strawberry plants that I just stuck them there. And this is the same one. And all of them are cuttings. Every last one of mine. I bought one plant, $2.79, I think it was. And I have close to 18 now from that same plant. I can save the money. And this right here is a cherry tree. And this right here, I believe, is a tortellini. Tortellini right there. And it's about maybe a year old, and it's doing very well. It has some spurs on it. You can see that. There's some spur action going on there. And got the blueberry plants. They're very small. I got to figure out more how to take care of these. These are so I got about 7 of those. As you can see, I still got my leaf piles up here and up here, and they, you know, so I'm running out of room as far as the leaves are concerned. You can see all these leaves up here. These are they're gonna flatten out. I mean, really, they're gonna flatten out, and you won't even believe how small they actually will get. And this right here is the apple trees. Got to come up with an idea how I want to trim these trees up. Look how low these branches are on some of them. See, there's low branches there, but I did what I could to keep these in check, and I'm going to do a little bit more so I can keep these trees really in check so that they grow well, and the crotch angles are good. Like this is here, I don't like this crotch angle. I think I'm going to trim these up today. Got some collard green up here. In case I get hungry, I don't have to run out to the grocery store, even in the winter, and buy these. They're still here. So I just cut off what I need and take them in there and cook them up however I choose. Here's some more, and you can see over there we got, oh, let me go over here because this is my new trees. I don't let people walk back here because they don't know where all my plants are. This one here is brand new, just put it in there, and it's very young. I think I paid $9 for it, and $9.99 or something like that. And this is a Duchess right here. And so it's doing well. And this right here is an older one. I think it's about 3 years old. It's probably going to produce this year. And this here is a Alberta pear. And over here I got 3 in the same location. And I'm concerned about them, folks. So I'm gonna call the company now, let them know, hey, these don't look so good. But let's just see, because they're still green, but I don't know. I've seen this before, and sometimes they make it, sometimes they don't. They stay in the mail so long from this store, this particular store. Okay, so that's that should do it. One look at the compost pile. I mean, and it's a lot of leaves that were brought to me this year, but it's kind of unorganized now. But hey, it is what it is. I'm trying to make all this work. And over here, like I said, if I get hungry and I don't, you know, say, well, I'm not going to the grocery store and getting in, I can come right out here to the yard. Look at all this. Look at all that kale. And it's been 30 degrees at night. Kale. You got the collards. Some of them are dropping, but I don't worry about that because I've seen them stand right back up when the weather changes. And then we got the, what are these called? These are called dino kale. All I'm growing these for mainly, and look, I could eat these if I wanted to. They're great shape, feel good. But all I'm growing those for is seeds, because I'm not buying any more seeds. The seeds that you're buying online are just way too expensive. And you can't really use the Walmart seeds. You can't really use the Home Depot or Lowe's seeds because they're just hybrids to death, and you don't want that. Alright, so we go over here. I see that the garlic's covered up pretty good with the leaves that I put over top of them to kind of insulate them. And then I got some garlic here. And my new patch. That's what this is, my new patch. And there's a tree that I cut back real hard as well. It's going to be fine. This tree gets out of control. This is a tortellini. I mean, these trees really, I mean, one thing about cherry trees, they really do grow. Yeah. Okay, look at that. Look at that scaffolding there on that tree. Look at that. This is like I made me a small farm here and didn't even know it. And there we go. There's another tree. I like to cut on this one. I'm not going to mess with this one too much because I want to get some cherries this year. And I want to cut away all my cherries. This is all the strawberry plants. They just started out from 6 plants, and look how many there are. They're all around my feet. I'm standing here. They're all up in here. They all. I like this, and all of it started when I put down the wood chips. This soil was barren and dead, and it didn't behave well. So now with the wood chips here, this factory is working. I don't care about the grocery store as much.